Gamers of Reddit, which behavior of other players have you never understood or hate in multiplayer games? Flirting with literally anyone with a female type name. Most those guys are probably dudes too. People who rage in bot matches. OMG, what a noob. Stop feeding. Of course I'm a noob. Why would I be playing against the easy bots if I weren't? Oh god. I was playing L last summer at like midnight against bots. It was obvious at least a couple of people on the team were kids. No biggie, everyone was trying out new characters and our payload was moving. We'd won all our rounds so far. Some of the kids got wise to spawn camping bots. I was hooking anyone that got through, and our bastion was mowing people down from on high. Mix had been mostly quiet until one guy just starts tearing into people. Why are you facing that way? You didn't need to ult there. Don't target him. Heal me, you idiot. I'm over here, WTF, you guys are such trash, you're never gonna get any better, and on and on. I tell him to chill, and he pulls a do you know who I am? I'm Grandmaster, you should be listening to me. People would pay insane money for advice from me, and I'm like, no idea who you are, bro. I never play Overwatch, that's why I'm in a bot game, lol. After about 10 minutes of me interrupting him every time he started yelling telling him to chill, everyone's just trying to have a good time, it's just bots, he finally left. Like, why would a top player be in beginner bots anyway? If you're out there, I hope you've learned to relax a little, buddy. As an example, griefing. I really like to play games where you can build, like Minecraft. Building is one of my favorite things to do in a game, and it makes me really happy when I build something awesome like a castle or a statue. But there are always idiots who are destroying buildings. I never understood why someone would do that. I would never do something like that to other players, because it takes a lot of effort and time to build something. You're collecting the materials, making plans and put time and blood in your project, only to see your building teared in parts, because some dickhead had some fun with TNT at your place. I know it's somehow part of the game, but I really hate it when someone is griefing my building. Thank God that there are always servers with building protection to play on it. Edit, remove the big gaps, because they were annoying. I dislike multiplayer, because I can't dictate its pace. The first scenario involves everyone else wanting to rush through everything as quickly as possible. Sometimes I wanna check out a side quest, or do something more slowly, but can't because of the group. A subset of this is people who take the meter as the holy bible, and don't want to deviate from what the consensus is you should be doing to maximize profit / have the best gear. Conversely, I hate having to wait for other people. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've ever been in a raid LFG. If I sit down at 8, I want to start doing stuff then, not at 8:48 when everyone finally gets there. The toxicity of people who think they own the freaking game. I was playing Destiny with some good friends of mine, and one of them kept messing up one of the mechanics in a raid, because he hadn't played in a while. We didn't have a problem with that, but one of the guys that we found through LFG was acting like he was the boss of the group. He kept yelling at my friend for messing up, and saying, you've got 2 strikes. You get a third, you're out. We'll find someone with a higher education than the 3rd grade to do your job. One of my other friends went off on that guy after that, saying how much of an ass the guy was, and how he doesn't get to decide 1, 2, or 3 strikes. Then he said, you know what, insert 3-word creative expletive string here, 1 strike you're out, bitch, and kicked him from the party. We all died laughing after the rage dissipated. Finished the raid, just the 5 of us, a few hours of fun later. Almost everyone who plays League of Legends has an extremely fragile ego and cannot handle criticism or losing. The moment you even attempt to help out by suggesting someone does something other than what they are doing, you've already lost. Their new goal is to piss you off and throw a tantrum. It's no longer to win the game. Example from yesterday. Top laner dies 1v1 early to a Renekton, and then proceeds to go into lane and immediately trades with him again 3 more times in a row. All I said was, hey man, stop fighting Renekton, just stay at tower, our bot lane is ahead and can carry, but nope, even that is too much for these children to handle. He instead decided to insult everyone on the team and continue to die until we surrendered. Can't stand it, and it's making me really hate my favorite game. I've been playing for almost 10 years now, and it's somehow gotten worse. Play an online game that is competitive. Have a one-sided match where your team wins easily or pretty quickly. The other team didn't even complain or raged about the round. Someone in the winning team gloats with the typical GGs. Like, you win so rarely that you need to feel extra good with yourself when it happens. You really need to feel good about winning at a game because you got nothing else. Never understood that, unless the other team was shit talking the entire round, in which case, yeah, a bit of taunting is in order. Cheating. But not on just any game. A fucking 10+ year old game that is considered a classic. Like, it's one thing to ruin a brand new and developing game. That's already scummy enough. However, to fucking ruin a classic game that brings nostalgia and great memories to thousands of people. If you do that, you're the fucking worst type of human alive. You simply hate people having any sort of fun. When you're sitting together on the couch playing, backseat gamers. If we are taking turns doing missions on an open world game, just let me play the mission how I want to play it. For example, I was playing Far Cry 4 the other night with a friend. We were roughly doing an outpost each, or until you die. My friend likes to play stealthily, whereas I like going in all guns blazing. I don't mind watching him take 40 minutes to complete a base, but when it's my turn it's all "careful, you need to spot them, careful, there's a guard around the next corner, good. I'll shoot him in the face with my shotgun, or die, and still have fun. This isn't going on my resume." Gamers who take it seriously. I'm just doing something while listening to podcasts. Winning or losing a video game match has no effect on my life. I just like shooting things. It's just a game. Gamers who spend obscene amounts of money on loot crates and DLC. 1. You have more important and better things to spend money on, and you know it, and you're only egging the corporations on to keep pulling the same shit they did for Battlefront. Gamers who curse at and bully little kids or other gamers. You wouldn't say all those racist, homophobic, and misogynist things in real life, but you will in a game, because you know you won't get your face knocked out. People stuck on a game, and will not try something different for any reason. Like, I get, if you have that one game that just is for you, it's your baby, that's cool. But if someone recommends a game to you, it's because they want to share something special to them with someone. I used to beg my brother to play Destiny 2 with us for a year. My boyfriend bought it for him twice. But he was stuck on Fortnite because it was the cool thing. Space magic apparently wasn't the in thing. Now since his friends all got burnt out on Fortnite, he doesn't know what to do. Last week he FaceTimed me to ask about things in Destiny, lol. Just the whole culture of crying when developers don't make changes they want, or as fast as they want. Across many games I see this. Rarely does somebody actually have anything constructive to say. They just say, "This sucks, fix it." It's easy to vilify the person you think is ruining the game. But I think people forget, we are playing, they are creating. Imagine you put thousands of hours into making a game, just for a bunch of entitled pricks to yell at you to patch it every week for the rest of the game's life cycle. And now it seems like everyone expects so much. For example, Apex Legends. Honestly, I think the game at its core is the best Brit. But the community has nothing but complaints. Rarely does anyone have anything constructive to say. It's just whining. Also, when a dev releases a game and it's free, they owe you nothing. If the skins are expensive, don't buy them. You don't have to have the new Ken Barbie doll outfit every time. TL. Doctor, if you don't like where a game is headed, don't whine. Send a well thought out email if you really care. Stop whining. They made it. You play it. Relax. I've got two. First is people who don't play the game seriously. Like, really? You have to ruin a game for 9 other players because it's a game. I don't play tic-tac-toe all fucking day, but I know how to fucking play it and not just draw circles outside the fucking grid. 2. This isn't exactly a video game thing, but gambling is also called gaming. So, when I'm at a craps table and some jackass is sitting there rubbing the dice, positioning them just right, dragging them in circles, or just trying to get some stupid superstitious way of getting the roll you want. The dice have no memory. You'll never be able to roll 2 dice across a felt table into a pointy foam wall and get the roll you want by dice co-anti-roll. Fucking roll and quit wasting everyone's time. Use other people for personal gain. On console and PC I'm pretty much a mercenary in Destiny 2 now. I don't jam with clans anymore because my last clan leader ended up taking advantage of every member. Would ask me to help said leader do a really hard activity, then when I would ask said leader to help me out because I helped them do countless activities only to be told they didn't want to / family just walked in / have to go eat / have somewhere to be / have to go jam with other clan members. Ended up telling them off and I left. Said leader ended up getting a PC rig and appeared on Discord with me and one of my friends who got me into that clan. Ended up pulling that friend into a private chat and asked him to buy the leader a copy of Siege. He laughed and left. So disgusting, I just don't understand.